Marcus Aurelius, born in Rome on the 26th of April of 121, during Emperor Hadrian's reign. Marcus' father, by the name of Marcus Annius Verus, was a politician, and died when Marcus was only 3 years old. Being raised by his mother, Domitia Calvilla, and his grandfather. Though he can hardly have known his father, Marcus wrote in his meditations that he had learned modesty and manliness from his memories of his father and the man's posthumous reputation. He also denotes his virtues, saying, compassion, unwavering adherence to decisions, once he'd reached them. Indifference to superficial honors, hard work, persistence. In 136 the Emperor Hadrian announced that his successor would be his adoptive son, Lucius Cyaneus Commodus. And in that same year young Marcus was engaged to Cyaneia Fabia, the daughter of Lucius Aelius. After Hadrian's adoptive son, Lucius Aelius Caesar, died in 138, the emperor adopted Marcus' uncle Antoninus Pius as his new heir. And later, after the death of Hadrian, the engagement between Marcus Aurelius and Cyaneia Fabia was annulled. And Antoninus Pius, now emperor, adopted Marcus and Lucius, the son of Aelius. Now heir to the throne, Marcus studied Greek and Latin under tutors such as Herodes Atticus and Marcus Cornelius Fronto, and married Antoninus' daughter Faustina in 145. Marcus was thus clearly destined for social distinction. After Antoninus died in 161, Marcus Aurelius acceded to the throne alongside his adoptive brother, who reigned under the name Lucius Verus. Lucius Verus died in 169, and Marcus Aurelius ruled the Roman Empire as the only emperor until his last day. During his reign, Marcus witnesses heavy military conflict and a pandemic. The Antonine Plague broke out in 165 or 166 and devastated the population of the Roman Empire, causing the deaths of 5 to 10 million people. Lucius Verus may have died from the plague in 169. This challenging times and Stoicism philosophy shaped Marcus as a person, ruler, and philosopher. Quotes like, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Show us that despite difficult times, the power is in ourselves and our actions to outside events is what matters the most. Also, especially living during a pandemic, each day to live is a blessing. We should be grateful to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." Marcus also gets a unique perspective on life and death. On his quotes we can read, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." We often act like we are going to live forever, but remembering that we all are going to die someday, changes our perspective about life and make us act on what is really important in our lives. But also remembering us that fear cripples the mind and the person. Makes us not decide, act or live our lives with virtue according to our nature. Like Seneca, a well-known Roman Stoic philosopher, Marcus Aurelius also strongly believed that most of the anxieties in life are caused by overwhelming fear. Above all, the fear of an unpredictable end, shortening our time on earth. Marcus Aurelius died at the age of 58 on March 17, 180 of unknown causes in the area of Pannonia, today's Austria, Hungary, and part of Serbia. His ashes returned to Rome, where they rested in Hadrian's mausoleum, modern Castel Sant'Angelo, until the Visigoth sack of the city in 410. Some scholars consider his death to be the end of the Pax Romana, an age of relative peace, calmness and stability for the Roman Empire, lasting from 27 BC to 180 AD. and according to Niccolò Machiavelli, an Italian diplomat, author, philosopher and historian who lived during the Renaissance. Marcus Aurelius was the last of the 5 good emperors of Rome. Marcus was succeeded by his son Commodus, whom he had named Caesar in 166 and with whom he had jointly ruled since 177. Historians have criticized the succession to Commodus, citing Commodus's erratic behavior and lack of political and military acumen. Cassius Dio wrote and described the transition to Commodus in his own lifetime with sorrow. Just one thing prevented him from being completely happy, namely, that after rearing and educating his son in the best possible way he was vastly disappointed in him. For our history now descends from a kingdom of gold to one of iron and rust. Marcus Aurelius was one of the most remarkable Roman leaders and Stoic philosophers. Depicted in the movie Gladiator as a deep thinker in one of the empire's conflicts during his reign, Marcus Aurelius left us many life lessons. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. This lessons and more can be found in the book Meditations, a series of personal writings, recording Marcus' private notes to himself and ideas on Stoic philosophy.